Their Fated Travels. Chapter 12. The Unquiet Death. Extract from the Diary of Tobias, Day 40.
We made it back to the city well enough. When we brought the skull back to the temple of Ulrich, they took it from us and placed it into an iron chest with runes upon it. Good! We sat at the dining table, ready to explain all that had happened in our journey. Maestro became distressed, though. I noticed when the drinks were brought in, wine and water had been offered. Father Odo drank of the water, and Rysandria was about to partake of some too, when Maestro started babbling at her, sweating profusely. I became immediately suspicious, of course. It seems the wizard's witch sight steered him to seeing a green hue rise from the water jug, which we later speculated had come from a well that had been poisoned with warpstone. Father Odo transformed instantly, convulsing and screaming as the terrible process took hold of him. Where the priest did fall, in his place did rise a bird-like monstrosity.
Extract from the Diary of Maestro.
Magnanimous was right! A person can become a chaos spawn just like that! We managed to kill the thing with very little trouble, but still, that is not the point. It seems, though, that the war is over. The looming cloud of chaos still reigns upon the people of this place, though. By all accounts, it would seem that the church itself has become corrupted. Oh, I can't say I'm surprised, of course. No, not at all. I have researched much of the city's cults and religions during my stay here. Their great library is extensive, if a little fanatical to its most inspired of ideas. Well, all religions are cults to me, anyway. Better to be shot of the lot of them. It seems, though, that the Jade Scepter of Slanesh made their move at bringing down the city on the inside during the actual war itself. Now that it is over, it seems that Sinch's cult of the Purple Hand are extending that hand right into the church. Seeing a bird-like chaos spawn manifest from the tortured screaming body of Father Odo pretty much guaranteed that in my mind.
Extract from the Diary of Dieter. Now would be the best time for the Chaos internal cults to strike, while the city is reeling from its attack, as the bulk of its troops are outside the walls, chasing Archaon's army back up into the wastes. Yes, if I was a scheming god, I too would attack the city right now. That does not bode well for us. If only I was a scheming god. So much I could do. My first stop would be more. More fun was to be had inside of the temple, though. Before I forget, I should mention here. 3 of the kitchen staff had drunk from the water too. They were running around with mutations. We tried stopping them. It became unpleasant. Well, for them at least. Olga and I killed 2 of them before Rysandria intervened on the 3rd. Damn her. Still, it doesn't matter anyway. It's all going wrong. Odo was so promising, too. And even he has been stolen from me. Extract from the Diary of Rysandria.
I managed to make the 3rd mutant and our party see sense. This man had no evil in his heart. Maestro and I pointed out that the Temple of Shalia in this city should indeed be able to cure such a mutation. The man was still insistent on leaving, getting away, but I warned him against that. Were he to go into the city, it would cause panic, and the Watch would kill him. I promised to use my connections to the church to get him some help. Too many innocents have died already. Maestro demanded that the well be covered. We thought that would be the last of it. We were wrong, of course.
Extract from the Diary of Maestro.
We met a fellow, the Deputy High Priest Klaus Leibniz. I recognize his emblem from my studies at the library. He appears to be a member of the Brotherhood of the Axe. We ended up getting roped into helping the witch hunters watch the rest of the city wells. Some of the other wells had been poisoned with more warpstone traces.
As they walked to the main well on the southern side of the city, Dieter couldn't help but raise a point with Maestro. "Maestro, listen," he started. "I'm sure I don't have to remind you that if a portal to a Chaos realm appears again, you are not to blow it up." Maestro smirked.
"But you just did, Dieter, my man."
Dieter shook his head and remained calm, albeit with great effort, continuing, "Yes, I'm taking no chances with you. Back in Altdorf, you almost killed us all." Maestro's eyes narrowed.
"For what it's worth, I didn't mean to blow it up. I just tried to disrupt the spell."
Dieter snapped at him a little. "Yes, well, magic is a dangerous commodity, as we can clearly see. In your hands, it's unpredictable."
"That's why I'm training, Dieter," Maestro replied defensively and added, "What was I supposed to do? Let a greater demon run havoc across the city?"
Dieter was unimpressed. "Foolishness that results in victory is not the same as courage." Maestro smiled and replied,
"It matters in the one place that it counts the most. On the paperwork of my report that will ultimately end up back in the Magister's hands."
Tobias gave Maestro a short glance and tried not to let on that the conversation intrigued him. Dieter still wouldn't let it go. "Then there was the fire, where you made the portal explode and it killed the old woman." Maestro pouted.
"I told Tobias to sling a stone. I did not do it. He did."
The halfling raised his eyebrows in dismay. Dieter snarled a little at the mention of Tobias's name and replied, "As much as I would enjoy pinning any blame on that short-legged, shaven rat of a half-man, you asked him to. It's your interventions that cause all of this. It's your presence that binds us all together, in fact. Binds me to you." Dieter quickly took a step back internally. He realized he'd gone too far. Maestro asked,
"What do you mean?"
"Figuratively," replied Dieter. "I mean, it's not like I can leave you on your own now. After seeing what a state you leave everything in, after you've touched it." Maestro smiled wickedly at this.
"I like you too, Dieter."
Dieter thought better of saying anything else to the contrary. He had almost overstepped the mark, said too much. Anything he told them would not help. It could only lead to the potential for coming back on him later down the line. Dieter always believed in leaving alone even the most innocuous of conversational threads. Dieter realized that everyone was looking at him now and added, "Just do me a favor then. Next time, at least ask before you blow a portal up. We're getting into trouble with the Chaos Forces, I tell you." Maestro nodded.
"That sounds reasonable."
The group soon arrived at their destination. From the Diary of Tordrad, Day 40. "We wait, hiding to catch anyone trying to poison well. Halfling take robes off, go crazy again as sun go down. He more crazy than the wizard is. Maybe it is influence from College of Magic. Maybe wizard be that crazy one day too. Halfling is even funnier at night. He snarl at me even. Much attitude he has. I like that." We not wait long. Man in dark robes came. Halfling creep out to him. Swap his pouch of poison for pouch of small stones. When man go to tip it in well, he find truth. He start running. Wizard surprises me. Somehow he faster than anyone I ever saw. He raced out to criminal and speak in dangerous mage tongue. He touch criminal and criminal fall down. Criminal asleep from touch. Dieter have malicious glint in eye. I like that too. He make me laugh. Small man, very weak, but much heart of warrior. Tordrad sees it. Dieter tries to hide it. Tordrad knows fighter when he sees one. Halfling ties man up. Slaps his face until he awake. Dieter ask him questions. I know not what, but man is scared. Very good fun this. Dieter, make the man focus on finger. Man just stare like half asleep then. Wizards say this word much. Hypnotize. I not know this word. Dieter do this perhaps. Man tells group much.